Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you guys a video that I've seen almost everywhere, and I really want to see everyone else that are my subscribers to see this.
Very important to stay human and stretch out a helping hand in this crazy world. We believe that the good you do will not stay unnoticed, and each one of us can make this planet a slightly better place. Here we go with stories which will restore your faith in humanity. Let's get it on. Fawn. Lithuanian outdoorsman Darius Sasnauskas had the rare chance to witness the birth of 2 baby deer in his backyard near the Yellowstone National Park in the US. Unfortunately, one of them was injured and soon left behind by her family because she couldn't keep up with them. Darius decided to bring her home and take care of the fawn. When the baby deer was healthy again and it was time to set her free, she kept coming back to her foster father. Kitten. A firefighter's job doesn't consist only of fighting fire, but also saving the lives of those who got hurt, and these are not always humans. During a fire, the helmet camera of Corey Kalanick, a firefighter, captured him checking the smoking premises for remaining living beings, and he found a kitten that wasn't showing any signs of life. He took special oxygen equipment for pets from the truck, washed it with cold water, and put the mask covering its nose. After a few minutes, the kitten called Lucky got back to life, and after a checkup at a vet, was given back to its owners. Muhammad Ali. Back in January 1981, Muhammad Ali was taking a walk in the city when he noticed a man trying to commit suicide by jumping out of the window. By the time Muhammad arrived, the man, apparently a Vietnamese war veteran, had already listened to persuading speeches of police, professional psychologists, and even high officials, but all in vain. But the professional boxer went up the building and managed to convince the man with just the power of words. Of course, Muhammad didn't risk his life, but his move still deserves respect and appreciation, as he managed to do what even a team of trained professionals couldn't. Another example showing that sports makes people better. Sports girl. 17-year-old Megan Fogle had only about 20 meters to go in the 3,200 meters when a rival, Arden McMath, collapsed in front of her. Rather than run by her, Fogle helped McMath to her feet and carried her across the finish line, making sure to keep McMath ahead of her, including when they were both crossing the finish line. Bike accident. In September 2011, on a road in the US, a horrible accident happened involving a biker who got trapped together with his bike under a burning car. The accident witnesses couldn't stay uninvolved and rushed to help the poor guy before he was completely devoured by the flames. People of completely different age, background and profession worked together to save the unfortunate rider from a death trap. The guy himself probably considered himself dead already, but the joint effort of a number of not indifferent people can do miracles, and this was one of them. Compassionate thief. Sometimes we just pass by someone else's trouble, and help often comes from where you least expect it. At one of the stations of the Paris Underground, a pickpocket spotted a sleeping man and cleaned out his pockets right away. In a few moments, the supposedly sleeping victim rose from the bench, and you could see that he wasn't feeling well. The man was trying to keep his balance, but didn't manage and fell directly on the railway. At least one man saw him fall, but chose to just go the other way, leaving the poor guy to die. It's unlikely and hard to believe, but the person who ended up saving the life of the unfortunate man was the pickpocket who had just robbed him. He didn't stop out of fear of being caught by the police or run over by a 200-ton train. He just decided to save a human life. The man got out of it with a concussion, but alive, all thanks to a pickpocket. School bus. Sometimes brief seconds make the difference between life and death, and in such moments it is crucial to have around someone with lightning reflexes and the ability to keep a cool head in critical situations. 13-year-old Jeremy from the USA is one of such people. During one of his many regular rides on a school bus, the driver suddenly lost consciousness. The situation was aggravated by the fact that the driver's foot was left on the accelerator, and the bus started to quickly gain speed. By nothing stops the young and brave. He took the driver's foot off the pedal and assumed driving the bus himself. When they got to a safer place and the threat of accident became less imminent, the boy started trying to resuscitate the driver. Thanks to this fearless guy, 12 children and 1 adult escaped certain death. Policeman. A police officer wanted to go to the countryside for his day off and stopped by a gas station to fuel his car. Suddenly, his peaceful day was interrupted by a car that crashed into a gas pump and burst into flames. At first, the officer decided to escape from the place, as there was a risk of explosion. But when he saw that the driver wasn't leaving his car, he had to come back to take him out. After taking the unconscious man to a safe spot, the police ran to his car, not to save his belongings, but to fetch the first aid kit. He wanted to help the driver,